Hello, today we'll be continuing in part 3 of animating this little gunslinger bunny character. It's not a bunny, it's some little animal creature, whatever it is. I call it a bunny, but it's not. Anyway, gunslinger. So this is part 3, where the first one I tried to set up everything. I sort of we had a look at creating the meshes for the parts. In the second one we did a lot of weighting and tons of bones and IKs. And as you can still see on the side here on the scene, I've not gone. I know I keep preaching rename everything, but no, I'm not going to rename it yet. Maybe if I finish this video, I might do a fourth one and say, look, I cleaned it up and I renamed everything. But now I'm just going in, trying to animate it nice and clean right away. At least I've made the IKs really big. I know what to animate. So things are sort of prepared here on screen. Let's go straight to animation and clone the basic we have there. Just call it idle. And we're not going to make a big animation. We might do a loop of 30 or 60 frames, maybe 2 seconds. And we're going to be making this, how many frames per second? Let's go for 30 frames per second. So we're going to make a nice little idle animation of a gunslinger. You know how they stand there and they're going up and down slowly, their hands are twitching. That's what we're going to do. Now make sure I turn the images off so I can't interact with them, and start off right away. First thing we need is the basic movement of the up and down. So keyframe there. I'm sitting in my chair and pretending to be a gunslinger waiting. So you know that there's like slowly. So maybe this is a very slow animation, a 2-second loop. So 60 frames. There you go, all the way 60 there, and at 30 slightly goes down. Okay, that's all. What did this do? Okay, so now I need to move the cloth. Now the cloth is not moving because I have one mistake there. These two should have been children. Okay, which one's this one? It's bone nothing. So these two, I want these two to be children of the first one. I can't do it here. I have to go to armature. I forgot that. Here we go. All the way up. There. Save. Back to animation. And let's look at that now. Okay, that's one. I turn bones off. And the only reason you can see things happening, yep, I don't like, because it's a gunslinger, first thing I notice, it should never go all the way up to standing position. It should be starting, already waiting there like that, like a gunslinger. So I'm going to say, if that's the normal, if it was standing, bring it down. That's going to be the gunslinger position. So I'm going to copy this frame to 60. Or come on, 60. Say paste. Paste. And then go to 30. Yeah, okay, I did move it quite down. So let's have a look at now. Alright, slowly waiting there. Now, let's go a second and work on those hands. So we want the arms, let's say they're there. 0 and 60. We're going to work on this. It's going to be a big loop, and I'm rehearsing this in my chair. So, they should be moving upwards a bit, I think, and maybe slightly bit outwards. That one goes there, and that one goes there. I'm going to select them and give them a keyframe. Now, what did we achieve with this? Yes. Oh, I like that. Good. Second, now after that, we're going to work on the fingertips. Let's do that. Let's go to the fingertips. And so you and you are nice there. Good. Same with, and I'll give you the same at 60. Let's go to the other hand. I'll give 60 and at 0. And let's go to 30. So now this is going to be weird because I don't want him to do the same animation, seem like a crab. So I have to do an offset a bit. Yes, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to work like this now and then move the frames around. So let's say at 30, you do that, and you do, come on, you slightly go there. So what we have is this. But we could say 40 and 20. Now what is this? I'm sorry. Oh, I moved all the frames. No, 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 no. We only want from this one and this one to move 40 and 20. There we go. Good. Where I'm going to have the other hand on the first 40 frames. Good. Let's go to the other hand. Let's do the same. Good. Let's give it at 30. Like pinch in a little bit. You're there, and you're there. But we're going to select you two, not every frame like we did before. And I'm going to take you to 20, take you to 40. So let's see now if we've created a little offset with the hands. Of course, I'm going to have to work now a little bit. I want to put also a slight offset on the hands moving up and down. So while these guys move from 0 to 60, one of them is actually going to move, let's say it's 10 and 35 for you. No, well, for you it's 0, 25 and 50. What does that do? I need to have less of an offset. So I took 10 frames off. I'm going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Where for you, I'm going to go the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Even less. It needs even less of an offset. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. Come on, let's have a look. I think they move too much. What their high position is quite high. Yeah. So you need to be a little lower. There. Just a bit. And you, from there, goes to there. I'm going to bring you back a little bit. There. Now let's have a look now. I'm actually quiet now because I'm observing all this. I'm thinking, should I have the legs even further apart? I'm quite curious what it would be like if actually the legs were further apart. What the character would look like if the legs were like out, like a proper gunslinger like that. Yeah. Oh man. I really am looking at this, saying, Oh man, so what would happen if I moved them both like there? Okay, let me see. I need you, no, I only want IKs. This is what happens if you don't if you don't rename them properly. You and you. I need to bring you both all up a bit like that, and then I need to move you and you, move you outwards like that there. Oh, I should have actually drawn the character like this. And you need to go, well, I can use the grid and count 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. At least we have that. What have we achieved like this? Oh, that's more of a gunslinger pose. Did I just ruin? Oh, I just ruined everything, didn't I? Oh, nice work, Adam. Come on. 1 2. Okay, we bring him up one a bit like that. Keyframe him. There you go. 1 2. I wish there was a way to only highlight, control the IKs, not the bones. There is. You have to hide the bones, and I'm too bored to do it. Alright, now I get these IKs on this side. This is what I usually sound like when I haven't rehearsed. I'm just thinking like, how am I going to do this video? I didn't undo. Okay, you go there, hit the keyframes, and you. Yes, we're nearly doing it, guys. You and you go there. Keyframe. Come on, my gunslinger bunny. Yep, now we're going to give more movement to the hips, aren't we? You saw that coming, come on. That little bit is going to do a lot of work. Oh, it's happening. The ears are already working on their own. Do I need to animate them? I mean, like, I know I can give him a keyframe at the beginning, like that, and at 60, but on 30, I mean, like, keyframe, and then I just select the edge, the tips, and keyframe them a little more. And why would I do that? Just that little extra bounce in the ears? Or do I want the ears on 30? To do that? I'm sorry, on 30. There. Like they're going against. I don't know, it looks strange. Gotta try it. Never know if it works. What keyframe do I keyframe him on? Some random keyframe, really? On 46. I forgot to move this. Yep. So you and you go there. That's quite a bit of a wiggle they have on the. She has on the ears there. I think those ones at the edge are going a bit too much. You go there, and you go There. Okay. Don't forget we also have the eyes. Ooh. Okay. Now I'm going to work on the eyes. They're not going to close properly. They're just going to be that sort of squinting a little bit. Now back to the eyes. I want you. Let's do them both together, and then we'll offset them a little bit. So we're going to only do the scale 60. It's going to be. We're going to do. It's not going to be 0, 30, 60, but I'm doing it now, and then it's easy. I can use. See, you can put your mouse over one of these little numbers down here, or scale. Just hold down the left mouse button and just move it left and right. So squint like that a bit. I'm going to have one of the two eyes squint a little more than the other. So instead of offsetting them, I'm going to offset the amount of squinting. So this one goes down all the way to 60. So I'm going to take it down to, I'm just going to, yeah, 0.5. Which means I'm also going to move the eyebrows up and down like that. But so 0 and 60, and on 30 I bring him down just a little bit, but the eye that squinted more gets its eyebrow even more down, further down, like that. Let's see how that works out. Okay, turn off bones. Right. Now, what about you, little cloth? What do we do with you? So oh, it has to be very subtle from what I can tell. Just like that. Wow. So I'm controlling both IKs at the same time. I'm going to try and create a loop every 20, 40. Never done cloth before on my own like this, so this is new. Then I might speed it up. So if it's supposed to be a windy day, so the bones should be going more like that. So the other one should be coming on, blowing like that. Yeah, you can hear me doing the sound effects. Let's have a look. Gunslinger, windy day. Okay. Let's scrub. So that bend right there isn't good right here at that point. And also we got some very horrible deformations going on here. So I'm going to also correct this by animating directly on the points. Now we got this thing, if you look on the left on the properties panel, we have this thing called FFD. I can start keyframing the key points themselves. So I don't like that key point, that keyframe there. I'm going to move it up, give it a keyframe, and on 60 again. I'm going to follow it like every 10 frames and correct it. I want you there. Keyframe it. Oh, I don't like you. I'm going to move you. And we can do this with other ones, can't we? Yep. So I'm going to go back to 10. And I'm going to fix you also. We go to 20 and find the points and start correcting these. I think most of these down here are going to need a little bit of help. You don't need help. You need some. Just want to show you guys that you can also keyframe straight on vertices. Yeah, it's vertices. Did I call them key points? No, they're called vertices. So I got that. And let's go now to the hair. So I don't want to control the images. These IKs, which ones are? Okay, they're the last ones here. It's going to be easy. I'm going to keyframe it at 0 and 60. Let's see at 30 what I can do with them. Keyframe you there. I can keyframe you there. Okay, let's see what this little movement did. Turn the bones off. I can do also some, I should be able to correct this a little more if I was to do some vertices. Now, why does it have keyframes on 10 and 20? Someone explain this to me. If I turn the bones on, if I turn these on, your keyframes are there. Right. Don't tell me this is the stuff on the cloth. Right, it could be. Anyway, I shouldn't be saying that. So, you guys are hearing me talk to myself while I'm trying to figure this out. So I'm going to correct this a bit because I don't like this shape here. I really don't like this way that this is the shape here. But if it's going to be a small character, I mean like that. Let me have a look. I'll leave that there. I'm going to go now to the collar because I think I'm paying too much attention on little things where I shouldn't be. Can I move? Yeah. Oh, it's going to be good. So I want you two guys to be 0 and 60 there. I want a small movement like that there. Back. And a bigger one there. And maybe up. So let's see how that worked. So the hair now, based on these two things down here, moving with more force, the hair should be moving a little more. So let's go back to the hair. I'm going to see. So it moved like that. So they went from there to there. Okay, I'm going to move you. Move you back there. Going to keyframe you. Move you back like that. Going to keyframe you. And at somewhere here, 45, you're going to have a bit of a kick. Maybe go there. And you somehow, if I manage to find a nice position where it works, there you go. No, I shouldn't have keyframe. I want you to have a keyframe to be somewhere there. Hang on, so the hair goes there, comes back. What is this? Okay, so The timing is a little off. The small movement should be done quicker. The big one, give it more time. So it's 1, 2 little gusts. So the cloth now that's moving should have been 1 and a 2 with a bit more force. So what that's supposed to be doing is it goes up. That's the big. It should come down a little bit somewhere here, like that. And then it hits the big one. So that, because I'm trying to make sense between the hair. So like 2, 1, 2. So if it's 1, it has to go down. Alright, it doesn't go down enough. So the cloth, let's look at it again. It goes up, comes down. It's pretty rubbish, there's nothing there. It should go there. Then it goes up and comes down. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So I need to fix a bit that bend over there. Now do I do it with, let's try just using the bones. So 1, you, 1, so the worst part is this in between position isn't nice. I can give it an extra keyframe there, smooth out that movement. Okay, let's look at this now. Let's see how it's working out. So the cloth, not a nice bend there. Not really that good. So it's like there. I'm going to smooth you out there. It's a bit of a jump. Don't know why. There we go. I'm liking that much more. Hair's not bad. The collar's doing a bit of a good. And what happens if we had the eyes also, like if the character's like looking around? So let's say it's looking at front 60 and it does a quick left and right, like from there. It stays there a bit. So be there. So this keyframe, because eyes don't go smoothly like rubber bands left and right. They sort of jump all over the place. They go there. When we look at things, we sort of target and just jump from one spot to the other. From there, they move. We keep that position for a few frames. Let's say up to there. Paste. Then we quickly move to the other side. We hold that position for a while. And then we go back to the original. So maybe this gunslinger is not looking at one opponent, but two. You know, like that movie Once Upon a Time in the West, where you have to look like left and right. So now what I want, I don't like the eye squinting. Every time you're supposed to move the eyes, you should blink. So let's fix this. So the character, I really need to understand this movement here. So the character went from here quickly to looking to the side. It keeps it there for a bit. It should blink and quickly move to another. So it should like start off, blink. Hang on, because I'm gonna go back. So blink, poof, right away to the other side. Okay, so it holds it for a bit. Yeah, blink, straight to the other side. Blink. So that's how much the movement should. So I'm going to blink, blink, and blink. So let me have a look now. Yeah, well, see, it's good things like everything's moving slowly, but you can tell inside the character is really going like, I got to be sharp and ready. So let's go. So we don't want that squint there anymore, and we don't want this movement of the brows because we're going to fix it based on the squinting, on the blinking. So let's go straight to the blinking. We know the character looks at the front like that, and suddenly between at 10 and at 14 it's arrived. So at 10 this is this, and at 14 that's a scaling. So at 12 we have this. We have this go to 0. I'm not going to put it to 0. I saw what it looks like. What's 0, 1 like? Good. Let's have a look what this is like. That is one very fast blink. So I'm going to move one frame above and let's move some more. That's how we're going to do it. Oh, I like that. And now the next blink, okay, so it wasn't 4, it was 5, 6, so it starts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where's the next blink? So the eyes move, let's say that there, and they arrive there. So they should be in the middle here, 0, 1. But we know we're going to put more frames. This happen, and then when does it move back? 46 scale, 50 it's back. So we're just animating the scale. We found a nice pattern how it works, and let's see how this works now. And then we're going to do the eyebrows. Right, and let's work on the brows now. I'm so enjoying this. The brows are going to work with move. Move, and hang on. What just happened here? What's up with you two? I only moved one eye, didn't I? You know what? I'm liking the idea that one of them is offset, but just a bit quicker. Oh, I'm really liking that. And I'm going to do it with this one. This one just goes a little bit quicker. And then the other one does it again. But now I have to go to the brows. Brows are positioned there, both, and they're positioned there. So at 12 they both move down a bit. Right, when's the next blink? Starts off at 28. So you're both there and you return at 36. So somewhere in the middle we're going to move you again. And the next blink is 44, and you return at 52. So in the middle we're going to move the brows down a bit and have that movement. Let's look at this now. What have we done? We started giving some character. Let me just save this. Right, so now we're slowly having our gunslinger. Now, looking at this animation, very simple, I'm definitely thinking of having our character with their back to the wall, and definitely have two shadows, like maybe she's in a saloon or somewhere, and the two guys have walked in, and you can see their shadow like appear, and that's what's going on. So, or it's just outside somewhere, because yeah, we've got the wind blowing, definitely, but she's got her back to the wall. Definitely, it's going to be good. All right, so I'm going to go with this. I'm going to stay with this. I like this. It was 3. So there's going to be a 4th video. Where in the 4th one, we're not going to really do a tutorial. I'm just going to prepare an animation when I can, build a background and everything, and maybe also add some sound effects or something, and show you guys a little, I don't know, 30-second movie. Thank you again for being with me. Hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time. Take care, all of you. Bye-bye.